my goodness, are we really doing this? Are we doing this? Two nights in a row. We're doing this on the deck. Hanging on the deck with Big Dave. Memorial Day weekend. It was a beautiful day today, this Friday, or Saturday rather. Oh wait, today's Sunday. I'm so out of it right now with the quarantine and everything. I'm still not back at work. Let's see if this light goes on. Boom! There we go. Out of focus. Wonderful. But, yeah, man. We are on Sunday. We're going to do this twice in 2 days in a row. I'm very proud of myself, actually getting something accomplished. See if I can get my shot here just a little bit better. I guess that's a little bit better. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in to the Adventures of Big Dave. This is On the Deck with Big Dave. I was going to do this earlier in the daytime, before I mowed the yard and did all the yard work and stuff that I was going to do today, but it was a little hot today. It was a little warm outside. It's going to be hotter tomorrow. So, you know, I just a fat guy, not a big fan of the hot weather. So I decided to go inside and then mowed the yard and did my yard work. And by that time, I was hot, sweaty, and nasty. So went and took a shower, and then now I'm here. So, well, I cooked some hot dogs on the grill. That's always fun. I love a hot dog on the grill, a grilled hot dog, an all beef grilled hot dog. I think that's the best way to eat them personally. And, you know, fat guys know best when it comes to food. So this is not going to necessarily be a wrestling podcast or a wrestling show. I don't know if I call these podcasts or vlog or, I don't know. But, what I do want to make a statement on something, and concerning the young lady who passed away, the young wrestler, and Hannah. And, you know, again, like I said, she was 22 years old, and she was being bullied online, which, you know, it's different. It's different these days than it was when I was a young man. If I had a situation, if I was being bullied, and this goes for a lot of things in the world today. But, you know, back in the day, if you were being bullied, then, you know, it wasn't on display for the whole world to see. It was just the bullying you. And if there was people around to witness it, you know, they got to see it. Now with today's social media and the way, like, everybody's got a phone with a camera on it, they can shoot a video, they can and it instantly sit. I mean, from my deck, I can reach the whole world from the device that I'm recording this on right now. It's amazing what they can do. But I don't think people realize that, you know, this new era of technology that we have, when you're cyber bullying somebody, you're not only doing that to them on a personal level, you're doing it on a big, wide open scale for everyone to see. You know, so it's different now. Whereas the humiliation and the shame and the bitter feelings weren't seen by everyone when I was younger. You know, it was just a personal experience, or the people that was there that saw you in a situation get bullied. Now, you know, kids and adults are just as bad. You know, they can spew out these horrible things out of their mouths and say evil things about people that they don't even know. How can you judge somebody like that and say such horrible things about somebody that you don't even know? And, you know, people say that, well, and I'm kind of this way. I'm not saying, oh, I'm for bullying, but I do believe that, being bullied as a kid, I was the fat kid. I had to make people laugh or something like that to get people to accept me. And when I was a kid, being bullied made me stronger. It made me a stronger person. It made me stand up for myself. But in these times, it's like I said, you're not just getting put out there on your own. You're getting put out there by everybody who can see you getting called out on social media. So, there's been things about that girl, and it caused her to commit suicide. Whatever they were saying about her, and I don't know what it was, don't care to know what it was, but it caused her to take her own life at the age of 22 years old. I'll be right back. Hold on. Sorry about that. I had to let my dog back in. But, I'm a guy that has a crude sense of humor, I guess. I don't always say the politically correct things. And I like to joke and pick and tease sometimes. But, things like this makes me even think, what I might be able to handle, doesn't mean the next person can handle that. So you can call me a fat ass and, whatever you want to say about me. I'm going to normally, 9 times out of 10, let that roll off my back. No big deal. But just because I'm able to take that, and just because I have a crude sense of humor, it doesn't mean the next person is going to take it that way. So, it's something that I have to improve myself, that I have to be better at. Realizing that, hey, sometimes, even if it's just a joke to me, it's not a joke to other people, and they don't take it the way I do. So, maybe we could just try to be nicer to one another and realize, that if this world that we live in right now, there's really no room for stupidity and ignorance and just don't be so mean to people. And like I said, I've always been a guy that's been like, well, bullying to me is kind of what made me who I am. If it hadn't been for that, I wouldn't have found other mechanisms to make me feel better about myself, and I wouldn't have learned how to stand up for myself. Growing up, being the fat kid, there was times, I didn't grow up in like Harlem or some horrible ghetto of the United States of America or anything like that, but I grew up, on, the bad side of town from where I'm from, and I had to stick up for myself. And so I've always been one of those people that's kind of said, the bullying, if it happens, man, then tough it out and turn that negative into a positive. But what I've never took into account is not everyone's built the same. Not everyone's built like that. Not everyone can take that and, turn that negative into a positive. And in today's society, like I said, I didn't have to have my bullying put on, everybody's phone screen so where they could just see it firsthand. So it's a lot different world we live in, And, another thing, like, with the whole, Nyla Rose thing, for those who don't know, Nyla Rose is a transgender woman who is a female wrestler, and I've made jokes about Nyla, I'm not going to lie, but it's nobody's business, as long as if what she's doing, if the people in the ring with her are okay with it and they have a problem with it, then shut your mouth. That has nothing to do with you. It does not affect your life at all. So things like that, I have to do a better job to make sure that what I say, I would be heartbroken if I was to find out that something I said in a joking manner even caused somebody to not only feel bad about themselves, but to, God forbid, take their own life. I would feel horrible about that. So let's try to keep that in mind, as we move on in the world today, and, try to be nicer to people, try to be nicer to people and love one another, and understand that as long as whatever it is you're doing in your life, as long as it does not affect or hurt anyone else, live it and do it, and don't care about what anybody says, man. Don't care about what anybody says. So today was a beautiful day, great day. Like I said, I did get some yard work done and stuff like that, so that was cool. I've become one of those older men that I let my grass grow a little bit higher than normal because I wanted to, actually see a good difference when I mowed today. So, but tomorrow is Memorial Day, and Memorial Day is a holiday where we take time to remember the men and women and the soldiers that have served this country. And today, in this time period, we've got to, really thank those people, because who knows when we're going to have to call on them again, anytime soon, because the world's a crazy, crazy place right now, man. Crazy, crazy place. But I have not one, not two, not three, but I have 4 ribeye steaks marinating as we speak in the refrigerator with my special marinade that I like to use for my ribeyes. I use a little bit of my base. I've got my oil, olive oil, soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, lemon juice, and an orange cut in half inside there. And then I put a little extra seasoning on my steaks here and there. But boy, when I put them suckers on the grill tomorrow, they're gonna be so doggone good. They're gonna be good. That's one of the things I look forward to in Memorial Day. So I was thinking about what to talk about tonight, and many of you who follow me, maybe I do music. I sing. I call myself a singer-songwriter, but I do music. I like music, and so many of my friends are also musicians and play music, and a lot of them are traveling musicians, so they travel on the road right now. They're not able to do anything. They're not able to book any real gigs, and I know a lot of artists they're not even booking anything for the rest of 2020. They're just now they're just looking at 2021. Like I said, I'm a wrestling fan, y'all know that. And I was thinking, with the CV-19 and the way things are, they've opened up the beaches and things I've seen, and it looks like they're just piled on top of one another for those at the beaches and the pools. So, I wondered, how is this going to affect everything in the future? Are we going to have are the days of big concerts outside in the field for days where everybody's muddy from head to toe and sleeping in tents, and are those days over? Will we know? Are those days over? Are they gonna what about next season, next year? Are they just gonna say, hey, this time we're not shutting down? it makes me wonder what the future holds for not only the music business, but the entertainment business as a whole. And I think there's two ways you can look at this. You can look at this right now as, oh my God, how are we going to adjust if things do change dramatically? Which, I mean, it's a very good possibility. It's a very good possibility. Or you can be one of those people who say, hey, all right, let's start thinking about the future, and let's start thinking about where we can go from here. What can we do to profit and get our art out to the masses? So a lot of people are doing the streaming shows from their living room and tips and things like that. And I had, if I'm going to put this out there, somebody will take the idea, or there's probably already somebody working on the idea, but I had said years and years ago that I believe the future of the live music business will one day be a streaming service like a Netflix or Apple Music. And hear me out. So, say you've got an artist that you really enjoy, and you go and you see him in concert all the time. Now, say you're like me, you live in Kentucky. Okay, if you live in Kentucky and say you want to go see Big Dave in Colorado, well, you can save up your money for your ticket, whatever, travel, all that, boom, go, have a good time. But say there's another show the next month, and it's in Texas. So, not a lot of people can just go to all these shows. So, why couldn't certain artists, sign up for this live show streaming service? And basically what it is if I'm doing a show in Houston, Texas, and Ian Knows doing a show in Tennessee, and Coulter Wall's doing a show in California, and Busta Rhymes is doing a show in New York, and Beyonce is doing a show in Florida. You pay a monthly subscription, and each one of these artists will have a streaming live camera set up to where you could actually watch the performance of your favorite artist every show they ever do. Now, I've heard people say, well, that's going to cut into ticket sales, but I don't think it will, because if you are a fan of this artist, then you're going to want to pay to see them live when they come in your town anyway. So you could make the streaming service the price of one ticket, and stream all these live concerts, and 365 days a year. I think it's a great idea. If I could get enough musical artists in on it, and if I had the savvy and the technology and the know-how to do that, it's something I would look into, because when you've got stuff like COVID-19 going on, people ain't going to be able to travel. Also, if something like this happens, all these artists will already have their equipment set up. They'll already have everything on an account, and they're going to get revenue from the monthly. And you could do it by, you pay monthly, you get all the artists, or you pay at a premium package, you get all the artists, or you could pay, monthly for each individual artist that you want, which would probably be the best way to do it, just because everybody wants to make money, right? So I always thought, hey, that'd be maybe something worth checking out. Sounds like there's a party going on down the road. Huh. Wouldn't be bad if there were some ladies that was partying down there. Oh no. I'm just gonna stay on the deck. But yeah, I thought that'd be a good idea for a streaming service. Also, like I was saying, there's a new possible opportunity that I'd like to take. I don't know, but as y'all know, I released a EP in 2017. Now, the digital copies, you can still go to youngmarysrecords.com, Apple Music, Google Play, Amazon. I mean, you can get the digital copy of that CD or that EP still, no problem. But the actual physical CDs themselves are running low. There's not very many of those left. So few left that I'm considering just holding on to them myself. Because there has been a few people request me to release the EP on vinyl. Now, releasing the EP on vinyl would be a great idea, but I don't want to invest the money into it unless I know for sure there's going to be enough people wanting to get it. So I'm thinking either A, go ahead and do the vinyl as is. It's a 6-song EP. I guess with like a little 10-inch vinyl, do 3 songs on each side, or possibly recording some new music and adding those to the vinyl, and then reprinting CDs possibly as well. But just basically, if I'm going to do vinyl, I want to do something to make it a little special, to make, you know, an incentive for people to get it. So maybe adding new songs into the mix, maybe that will be something to look into. So if you're interested in the vinyl copy of Next, or if you think that's something that you might want to help put a word out for me to see if that's something people are interested in, please do that. Not going to be a real long show today. Like I said, I just want to try to get in the routine of coming in and spending a couple minutes of my time with y'all, so I'm consistently uploading videos and consistently doing something. If you have any suggestions on any topics you'd like for me to bring up, or any topics that you'd like me to talk about while we're chilling on the deck, man, just bring them up, put them in the comments section. Also, make sure that you do like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on YouTube, so you will know whenever I do post new videos and things like that. You'll know about it. Again, not a big day today. I really didn't do a lot, but you know, I just wanted to basically come out and state my claim on the whole, you know, let's try to be nice to one another, man, and realize that, you know, it's a different society we live in, it's a different world, different times, and we shouldn't care what other people do in their time as long as it doesn't bother anybody else. And just also wanted to, like I said, just get out here and let you guys know what's going on. So give me some feedback. Let me know what you guys want me to talk about. I know a lot of people don't want me to talk about wrestling because not everybody's a wrestling fan. So I may add more to this video. I may not. But if I do, great. If not, follow me on Instagram at DVL Music. You can also look me up on Facebook, David Vaughn Lindsay. And I have a music page, and I also have my personal page. I think I'm pretty much maxed. I'm close to being maxed out on followers, on people, but you can follow me, I guess, still. And also check me out on Spotify if you want to hear the music. I'm on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Pandora, Tidal, all of it. Just Google my name, David Vaughn Lindsay, VAUGHN LINDSEY, and you should find a link somewhere of my fat ass doing something. So again, guys, thanks again for tuning in. We'll try to have some more content for you tomorrow. We're just try to keep these short, and have a great Memorial Day.